Well, good morning. So for the next 2 months, I'm going to look at or explore a personality typology called the Enneagram. And I think I've talked about it before, and my wife runs workshops on the Enneagram. She's really the expert. So if you want more information, please check her website, Journey to Inner Wisdom. But I'll do the best I can to sort of explore. And in the office, I often tell couples that really half of what we do is simply to become more aware and more conscious. And the Enneagram is just simply one way to do that. If couples can step back and look at what they're doing and see if it's counterproductive, then they can do things differently. And I use myself as an example. Like in those first 15 years of our marriage, if my wife came on too strong, I tended to shut down. Now, if you step back and look at that, pretty counterproductive. But I did I did it for a long time. All right, and so I know there's all kinds of ways to get information and to raise awareness. The Enneagram is just one of those ways, but it was something that proved very helpful for Crystal and myself, my wife and I, and it helped explore why I did what I did and that dynamic. And the thing I like about the Enneagram is, compared to some other ways to look at your personality, is that there's movement. There's 9 points in a circle, and you might be here, but a healthy move is over to here, an unhealthy move is to here, and it gives you some mobility or some ways to improve. Anyway, and people often categorize the Enneagram as a personality test, like the Myers-Briggs. Some of you have heard about that, or the DISC, or Kirsty Temperament Star, True Colors, to name a few. And all of these, including the Enneagram, are and do give us insight into our personality. They answer the question, what? I think the Enneagram goes on farther to explain the how and the why. All right? And this is a quote from a book called The Enneagram Made Easy. The Enneagram teaches that early in life we learn to feel safe and to cope with our family situations and personal circumstances by developing a strategy based on our natural talents and abilities. By working with the Enneagram, we develop a deeper understanding of others and learn alternatives to our own patterns of behavior. Like I say, there can be movement to this is a healthy move, this is a less healthy move. We break free from worn-out coping strategies and begin to see life from a broader point of view. People of the same Enneatype have the same motivation and view the world in some fundamentally similar ways, but the variations within each type stem from factors such as maturity, parents' types, birth order, cultural values, and inherent traits such as being naturally introverted or extroverted. Think about it. There are millions of people who have the same coping strategies, but the way it shows up in the world is as unique as the individuals themselves. All right? So it's just a way to learn more about yourself. But once you understand that, and it also gives us some insight into our partner or our kids, whatever. So the Enneagram suggests that there's 9 basic human types, and they're characterized by numbers 1 to 9 on a circle. And like I said, it also indicates how the movement from one number to another can be a healthy move or a less healthy move. And think about it. As humans, obviously we have characteristics of all 9 types. But you can start to figure out your type where the traffic is heavier. So over the next 9 weeks, I'll explore one type each week and see if you can see where the shoe fits. Remember, we have all characteristics of all 9 types, but you often will recognize more of the qualities of one type over another. And so then the Enneagram becomes a roadmap where we begin to uncover our beliefs, blind spots, and shadows to break through to the magic of our essence. It's a tool that promotes self-awareness and personal growth, and it really can shed light on how we work, play, interact in relationships, and it can illuminate family dynamics as well. Now, a word of caution. It's not enough just to take the Enneagram test if you're looking to go deeper. It does take some exploring, whether you read something, a workshop, a retreat, to get the full benefit of knowing what your Enneatype means. Otherwise, it becomes the misuse of a tool a mere parlor game, which does a disservice to the richness that can be gained from working with the Enneagram. All right. So if you are interested, there's lots of information out there, books on the internet, and like I said, my wife does workshops on the Enneagram, and you can check that out at her website, Journey to Inner Wisdom. So next week we'll look at the characteristics of number 1. So we're looking at the Enneagram, 9 basic types, and over the next 9 weeks we'll take one type and explore a bit, see if that's helpful. Okay, so have a good week, and we'll see you next week.